Check French.
Y'all look wonderful in your t-shirts. What a beautiful day today. But what's even more beautiful is all the things that you do for the environment. All of the students in Mount Lebanon, it's absolutely unbelievable all the recycling efforts that you do between TerraCycle, inkjet, laserjet, and cell phone recycling, recycling in your classrooms, recycling in your lunchrooms, cleaning up your schoolyards in the springtime. I want to thank you from the PTA for all the efforts that you do. It's my proud honor to introduce our guest of honor, the linden tree. Right here, this tree will grow to 40 to 60 feet tall. It's known for creating shade that's great to sit underneath and have a picnic. In late May to early June, it flowers. With the wind, it will blow that perfume scent into your classroom, help shelter your classrooms from the afternoon sun, and provide many years of enjoyment for you and for the students to follow you. I want to thank you very much once again for everything that you do for our environment. And here's your principal, Mrs. Davis. Thank you.
I am very proud of the collaborative efforts between the municipality, the community, staff, students, and parents that have made today possible. It is with a tremendous amount of gratitude that I would like to thank everyone for coming together to make today an educational and an enjoyable event. A special thank you goes to Mrs. Jackson and Mrs. Morgan from the Mount Lebanon Municipality, and Mr. Papke, the District PTA Environmental Chair, Washington's PTA Environmental Committee representatives, Mrs. Dougherty and Mrs. Weaver, and the District Facilities and Multimedia Departments. All of our students and staff have worked very hard on their presentations for today. I would especially like to thank the efforts of Ms. McKeever, who has worked tirelessly since September, having the students create a beautiful mosaic in our front hallway. After the celebration, please take a moment to look at the displays by the flagpole that highlight the mosaic creation and different art projects. A special thank you to Mrs. Chesawick, Mrs. Greer, Mr. Reichenfeld, Mrs. Friesner, and Mrs. Sadar for planning our musical performances today. And of course, no event here at Washington can take place successfully without the behind-the-scenes support from our Mr. Dale, Mr. Tim, and Mr. Ron. So thank you very much for all of the efforts today.
We're a family and we're a tree. Our roots go deep down in history. From our great-great-granddaddy reaching out to be. We're a green and growing family tree.
is how Mount Lebanon got its name. One day, a man named Levin Clokey decided to go on a trip to Lebanon. I want to go on a trip to Lebanon. Wow, I want to climb up the Lebanon mountains. Wow, these cedar trees are cool. I'm gonna take some home. Reverend Clokey came back and went to a community meeting. They were trying to get a community name. We need a community name. How about Whose Town? Steel City? Lego City? I climbed the Lebanon mountains. It was beautiful. How about Mount Lebanon? Yes. Yes, that's great. We love that name. The cedar trees are gone, but you can find gavels made by the trees at the library, municipal building, and history center.
I want to thank our commission president, Dave Brumfield, for attending, as well as our municipal manager, Steve Feller, is here today. I also want to thank very much Mrs. Davis. This is a wonderful day, and the presentations, programs, and songs today have been beautiful, and it's great that you guys prepared so hard for it. I have a proclamation that I'd like to share with all of you on behalf of the Mount Lebanon Commission. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable source, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community, and whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now therefore, I, Kelly Frosch, 5th Ward Commissioner of the Municipality of Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania, do hereby proclaim April 20th, 2012 as Arbor Day. In the Municipality of Mount Lebanon, and I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this in future generations. Thank you so much for allowing me to participate today.